Alrighty, let's try this again. Sometimes you get yourself into these things and they just run you for what it's worth. But I think because this is thin sheet metal, it should, in theory, break off after a few twists and tugs. Just like that. Now then, all we got to do is flex the other part of it out of the way and hopefully lift it off just like, oh, or better yet, flex it on out of the way. Yep, just like, there we go, bingo. Problem resolved. I just used a pair of wire strippers and cutters, snipped it off right there, and pulled it out. So, if you can't get your hub off, that's all you've got to do. Now keep in mind, if you do it that way, you'll never be able to use it again, but hey, that's okay. Now, let me make sure y'all are still in good view. Now we'll back off just a tad and start putting it back together. But that's all you got to do to remove a bad dust cover. Rock shield, again, whatever. You don't need bolt cutters. You don't need all these screwdrivers. You definitely don't need a large socket set. All you need is basically, I'm just setting all my tools to the side so I make sure I don't lose them. You basically need a simple pair of strippers or cutters if you got them. Cutters would have been better, would have made life a lot easier, but I ain't got them, so that's okay. So what we're going to do now, so again, we're going to inspect the rotor. If you notice, it's got two holes here, so if you can't pull it off like I did, you can always just, well, get you a puller, or make one. Most likely you have to make one. But anyhow, so we're going to slide this on, just like that. And while we're mounting the caliper up, I'm going to get a couple of again, kind of embarrassing because I closed everything up. I'm going to set this in the back of the truck for a minute. I'm going to grab me a couple of these lug nuts so I can hold it in place while I'm putting the rotor back, the caliper back on. Sorry, this is only my second time doing a how-to on repairs on the truck or modifications, so you just have to excuse me for my lack of knowledge in this area of video. Had a lot of experience in radio work and stuff like that, but this is my first time doing this. So now what you do is you can cut the string, which actually I'm going to just cut the twine with these same cutters, which will make it a little faster. Of course, you still got to take it off the thing, but once again, but honestly, all this twine was going in the garbage anyways, so we're just going to take the wire cutters and just cut it off, pull it off to the side, lay that off to the side. Make sure both pads are in their respectable places, so when you slide the thing back on, it'll should, in theory, go on without a hitch, but as with anything, most times that doesn't work like that. So, what's going on here? There we go. All right. Oh. Okay. We're going to try and get this on camera, but I may end up having to turn it off while I figure out what's going on with it. But, well, I think I see what our problem is. Actually, I think I know what our problem is. Let me make sure all my stuff's lined up, and we're going to take this screwdriver here, the bigger one, at the 2. There we go. We're going to put it in here, flex it back. Alright, just like that. And this should, in theory, help it slip on just like this. Whoa! Careful not to mash your fingers though, because that won't be very fun. So, now, let's pull the pad out. Make sure everything's as it should be, and I believe it is. Just make sure we got it lined up. Everything looks good. Yeah, everything looks good. Alright. There we go. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to back these lug nuts off a little bit so we can slide this in. Just like this. But that's going to be a rather tight fit for what it's worth. Alright, slide it off. Ow. Be careful not to mash your fingers. But that's basically all you got to do to put it back in place. And then we'll just tighten everything back down. And this is just a good way to hold it in place while you get your nuts ready. So what we're going to do next is grab these 2 bolts. Sorry I said nuts, I meant bolts. Stick them through. And you're going to start them by hand. Keep from running them in crooked. Okay. I've got the one started now. Now we're going to start the bottom one. I hope y'all can see this. I'll be taking care of a lot of stuff, but I'll try to leave it as natural as possible. Now we're going to take the socket. Again, it's a 17 millimeter. Alright. And we're going to take our little cheater bar. Cheater bar at. Here we go. Knock all the dirt out of it. Take our cheater bar and kind of tug on it. Now we can run this other one in by hand the rest of the way because it's already finished. And then we'll just take our and actually I think that it would be wise to have a short extension and just make life a little easier. But I don't have a short extension, so I'm having to make use with what I got. But and that's pretty much it. All you got to do now, take these lugs off, mount your wheel, and you're done. Like I said, I was having issues out of this piece right here, so it had to go. But honestly, I don't think I'll have any issues running without it. So we'll put everything back together, and we will catch y'all in a minute back in the video room.